Good morning, Mr. G. Thampi, Principal of Thadomal Sahani Engineering College. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to conduct this interview. Would you like to say a few words about yourself and TSEC before we start the interview?
Yeah, at the outset, I like to express my sincere gratitude to your firm and your initiatives. You are being here for a long time. You also created your own brand equity. I like to associate with your initiative. Therefore, I am here. I am Dr. G.T. Thampi, Principal of Thadomal Sahani Engineering College. I completed 34 years in the University of Mumbai as a teaching faculty and as a principal. I developed competency in emerging technology in the realm of computer engineering, science, now lately artificial intelligence, data science, and also pondering over its efficacy and capacity to contribute to the wealth creation, value creation for the country and the enterprises at large. I am essentially a postgraduate in mechanical engineering, but developed a lot of proficiency and competency in computer-related subjects because these subjects are essentially evolved over a period of last, say, 30-40 years and embodied with latest problem-solving strategies, mechanical, production, electrical, civil, etc. evolved over a period of 200 years. These conventional areas are essentially based upon Newtonian formulations, but then this electronics, computer, etc. is essentially underpinning the discrete behavior of particles, quantum behavior of particle. Therefore, I developed affinity for these subjects and developed some competency, and I had taken a lot of initiative to propagate. I wanted to make the university and the college and the country first in the first mover in the marketplace. So I am putting a lot of effort to propagate the possibilities with emerging areas in the realm of artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data science. Because as a country, you don't need a lot of capital investment for developing competency and creating world-class products. India as a country still yet to create a world-class product compared to any other developed country. So we are in search of a product, a process which can be termed as a world class. So these and evolving over the country and the government's initiative, the possibilities, startup incubation culture, we can expect some world-class, path-breaking, breakthrough technology, product and process in the coming years. That is our aim, and so we are working towards this goal with a missionary zeal. So, Thadomal Sahani Engineering College, it got initiated in 1983. Initially focused on chemical engineering, environmental engineering, then seized the opportunity evolving in computer engineering. So we started with the computer engineering, information technology, and also we anticipated a lot of chain reaction in corporate hospital all over the country, and every taluka place is expected to have a corporate hospital, but that failed to happen. Therefore, the fortune of biomedical also declined. There was a possibility of IT kind of revolution in biotechnology. So we also started biotechnology in late 2000. Then that also failed to happen. Unlike IT, it is happening but incremental, not radically for a dramatic way. So these are not performing well, but then so we foray into computer engineering information technology and electronics and communication. These are the branches of study which is finding a lot of demand in the marketplace. Even in COVID scenario, we could place around 180 students till now. And average placement is gone up historic high of around 8.59. So that is the marketplace for market evolving for these branches of study, because a lot of outsourcing happening. Western economy, developed economy, because of affluence, they are failing to produce sufficient number of human capital to work in the realm of science, technology, mathematics. Therefore, a lot of possibilities of even exporting human capital to this country, and also this IT related artificial intelligence, autonomous car, autonomous vehicle, that kind of concept and construct creates a lot of job opportunities, lot of works and functionality. That all gets outsourced to India as a nation state. Therefore, these technology areas are finding a lot of demand in the marketplace. We are succeeding in creating a supply chain of human capital for these set target areas, IT consulting, investment banking, even chemical engineering, even IT services industry. These are the main enterprises which attracts, which enroll a lot of young graduates. They are having India as a country because of so many people, so many number of engineering graduates is offering cost arbitrage to outside world because of our rigorous schooling system. A lot of mathematics in schooling system also create quality arbitrage. So these two facts are driving the opportunities for engineering graduates in these areas. Thadomal Sahani Engineering College is essentially now trying to incorporate one more branch of study, that is artificial intelligence and data science. In addition to computer engineering, the capacity is 180 and the information technology capacity is 120 and artificial intelligence 60, and eventually we will try to create more capacity for artificial intelligence rather than other branches of study. Because of electronics manufacturing, because of the political scenario, change in political scenario, Chinese issues, India is going to get a lot of manufacturing outsourcing in the realm of electronics. Electronics manufacturing is going to happen in a big way, and government of India is also proactive in facilitating. Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad is working always on the toe not to miss any opportunity to attract whether it is Apple computers and to create a supply chain of iPhones and other electronics and manufacturing, TV manufacturing. So it is going to happen in a big way. So electronics and communication, electronics graduates also going to find a lot of opportunity in their own core area. Obviously, in addition to IT services industry.
Yes, sir. So thank you for giving the insight about the college. Now I would like to ask a few questions. So with your permission, can we start the questionnaire?
Yeah, you can start the question. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So my first question is, you have held the key position at the education firm. So throughout your professional career, what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
So as a third generation teacher, I developed a lot of insight into the process of education, and I being passionate and think aloud about the possibilities with the education system and the process education in particular, developed a lot of insight into the behavior of the youngsters, the students, and the faculties. That insight is valued over a period of time. We accumulate a lot of understanding of these issues, and we are always on toe and always on the move to facilitate these actors, these stakeholders to realize their potential, both the student and faculty. And we are also passionate about, we evangelize the possibilities of information technology tools to optimize, to act as a resource multiplier, as a force multiplier in the realm of education, including professional education. We understand various facets of education, post-education. We also need to strengthen the students' mental attributes, various mental attributes, like their capacity to work in a team, even their mental faculty to be alone and complete the task, and their communication ability, both written and spoken. We are also bothering about their participation in co-curricular and extracurricular. So at the end of 4 years, we are expected to give a desirable and welcome outcome of this 4-year course. So at the end of 4 years, the graduates coming out of our institute needs to have lot many productive ability and key differentiators. So we are creating that kind of ambience. A collective consciousness is on the move, on the process of building. So that contributes a lot. We accept students as students, not as a grown-up. So they can commit mistakes here and there, but then there is a way of engaging them. So we are also bothering about productively engaging the student. At the end, the outcome should be contributing to society at large, and the family are involved, and enterprises aspiring to recruit all-round personalities, all-round people with the proper attitude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the education systems in India and the other foreign countries are structured very differently. So in your experience, what can you inbound the students gain from studying here in your institute? Hello?
Education is thriving on their philosophy of learning while doing. They say project-based learning, problem-based learning, project-based learning, at the cost of theoretical rigor. So they are reducing the content compared to Indian setting. Here, majority of the colleges are affiliated to university. It's not standalone IIT kind of institutes. So here is a university. So we thrive on helping student develop theoretical rigor. So Satyan Nadella, Sundar Pichai, or for that matter, Indira Nui, all kind of people who found wanting there in developed countries are essentially the formative education, the theoretical rigor in school, and contributed a lot. So both are having merits and demerits. At times it is complementary. These people studied in India, completed graduation, post-graduation here. There, after going there, they get trained by their own system. It is complementary, but so we are not sorry about our way of doing it. And 4 years, we are expected to help the student develop a lot of insight into the subject matter.
Yeah.
Then after going into enterprises, real-time scenario, they can build up. The whole 40 years are there for developing a lot of professional competency. About 4 years of complete theoretical conceptual clarity. So we are not at all sorry about our way of doing it. No doubt there can be some other way of doing it. The bottom line is colleges of higher education should engage students productively. They incrementally over a period of 3 or 4 years, they should develop a lot of conceptual clarity, skill sets, and proper attitude towards life and the surrounding at large.
Okay. So, any insights into how your university could be more welcoming to the students of different races or different economic backgrounds?
So we are really aware of the economic strata of people getting involved.
Yeah.
By and large, we kind of engineering colleges attracts students from lower middle class, poor class, and middle class. Not from upper middle class or even upper class. Very rare exceptions are there everywhere. So we understand the economic scenario. So we, keeping that in mind, we promote a lot of scholarship, and we are getting scholarship from the government, also scholarship from private agency, and also we encourage the students to avail education loan.
Okay.
So that is not happening in India.
Okay.
So at the government level, at various establishment connected with education should massively promote the culture of taking education loan for higher education. So that is not happening. So we are constantly on the move to make people aware of this possibility. So independent of their financial status, they can, all the decent people with the decent score can avail education loan. So over a period of time, they can repay, and especially because there is an Aadhaar, the people can keep track of the people, the student who availed the loan, and if the state can give some counter guarantee, then the education loan interest also can come down.
Okay.
So I, in my thesis submitted in 2004, I dedicated one chapter for education loan 2004, and thereafter I propagate all this. My research guide, Professor S.S. Manda, who was also erstwhile AICT chairman, he also tried to introduce, try to promote education loan through his communication, but it failed to take off. So the government of India, government of the state governments, universities, and director of technical education all should communicate and message to the society and parents and students at large in frequent interval, and the banks also expected to promote their marketing. There's a huge chunk of reasonable customers who can repay their money, but then they are also expected to increase the visibility of the education loan, and they have to come down to institutes and put up a desk there and interact with the student. A lot of things can happen, but it is not happening. It is happening sparingly, not in a big bang manner.
Yeah, I get
So
your point.
we understand, we extend education, we allow people to pay in installment, even not now, previously also. Only thing is we are self-financed, a huge burden on teaching salary or total employee salary. 90% of our fees collection is meeting the salary expenditure.
Okay.
So there we cannot escape or help much, diluting the fee. But then for very poor students, we are helping them to get scholarship, obviously from the government and also from private agency. A lot of private agencies are offering, education loan, even enterprises. In a way, we are satisfied with what is happening now to take care of our students' economic well-being.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, what do you think should be Thadomal Sahani Engineering College's top priority for the next coming years?
So we are aspiring to, even the last 4 or 5 years, we exhort our students and faculty to develop competency in coding. Coding means translation of physical problem to logic.
Yeah.
That is instructing the machine to do desired thing. So that is happening, that preaching, that discourse is happening for over a period of 5 years before the advent of this white hat, etc. White hat is in the marketplace, educating, training marketplace, and for initiating even school students to this. So we identify the potential of the competency in coding. So that is also helping our graduates to find a good job, job placement with Amazon, with Deutsche Bank, Investment Bank. So students are getting, even this year, people are getting 19.5 lakhs, 15.5 lakhs or 15 lakhs. So at least 30, 40 students are of this bracket. Amazon had to come. So that is going to be the refrain, competency in coding. So that culture is we are cutting down on other distractions, a lot of unwanted student activity. Student activity we allow with a measured way, not randomly. Student will suggest something, will blindly approve. So we are canalizing the juvenile impatience to do more productive activity. Thereby, 4 years they are developing a lot of competency, and in addition to that, we are seriously organizing, consciously engineering to organize hackathon. Hackathon, the concept and construct introduced by AICT, but it's having a tremendous effect on people who are active, and even if it is by default, but then we are active, we are consciously engineering to conduct multiple hackathon and also helping our students to participate in hackathon. So the main criticism of our education system, as you said, so we are a little theoretical, no apology, but then it's also advisable to get exposed to real time. So before graduating, coming out of the education system, students are expected to get some basic footprints of marketplace, the complexity of the marketplace and the real-time problems. So that is happening through hackathon. So we conduct 2 main hackathons, one in odd semester, second in even semester. That attracts, and we nudge our students, best of our students, to participate and develop temperament for reading through the problem domain. Normally exercise, classroom exercise, curriculum will be creating one-line problem statement. Now, lot many students are getting used to read through multi-page problem definition and thereafter developing code. So this we wanted to promote in a better way. We wanted to enroll more people. Now we also seized upon the opportunities evolving in AI, machine learning, deep learning, and blockchain, data science. These are our priority area. No stone unturned to develop competency. Our students, our teachers, last 4 years are getting trained for this. It's not a tall claim. So consciously, for the last 4 years, we are introducing our teachers to develop competency in these areas. So teachers are ready now. New students will be getting more of this content, AI, data science. This is going to be way of life. Whether you need AI or not, nobody can change this course. It is happening. So we are seriously participating. We are also trying to contribute to the supply chain of human capital for these startup and even other established players. And moreover, we also created decent capacity for PhD program. At present, we are having 40 seats in PhD, 20 in information technology, and 10 each in electronics and telecommunication and computer engineering. And now we are trying to increase that to 2020. Thereby, at the end, it is going to be 60. And we already facilitated 25 students to complete their PhD from Thadomal. So that is the other area where now we are more realistic, practical, and we will not leave students to mend their ways. We consciously help the student, engage students to complete their PhD in time. So these are the priority area. accentuating and promoting AI-related subject matter, and also PhD.
Okay, sir. What do you think are some of the biggest challenges for both higher secondary education as well as for Thadomal Sahani Engineering College?
As you increase the enrollment ratio, we are going to attract not many people. Now, you need to also create the proper student-teacher ratio.
Yeah.
If you are trying to maintain proper student-teacher ratio, the cost of education is going to go up. Now, there is a trade-off between students' capacity, unless otherwise there is a serious quantum jump in education loan. Very difficult to meet the salary expenditure of teacher. So if you deny decent service condition to teach the teacher, the whole ambience will be getting vitiated. That is going to affect the psyche of the student involved. So if you try to a lot of schools also they don't get proper pay, then they are forced to resort to unholy way of doing things. So that is going to be happening in 12th standard and in higher education. So the enrollment of teacher, engagement of teacher properly. Even the state can also give some subsidy, kind of some assistance to payment towards teachers. Till that time, that is the biggest challenge. The capacity to engage proper teacher and proper number, both 10+2 and also in professional education. That is going to be the biggest challenge. Otherwise, the money is essentially going to be the key differentiator. If you can avail decent resources from various sources, then you can do a lot of training. You can create state-of-the-art laboratory equipment. Everything can happen. Main impediment is lack of fund in all sector. And aided college, government college, a lot of possibility of reorienting, including IIT. It is not happening properly. It is a lot of complacency, taking things for granted. So that is happening in government sector. Private sector, the issue is lack of fund. Government sector, there is no supervising control. There is no mentorship. People are taking things for granted by virtue of original land mass with the IIT kind of NIT, IIT. But underground, it's not happening properly there. They are also not subject to any kind of scrutiny. There is no accreditation with IIT and this. That should happen. Lot of public money is spent on there. People should make them accountable. That is not happening. Nothing impossible about making them accountable, but not much political will or not much understanding. So that is also leaking a lot of public exchequer, a lot of public money.
So what would you suggest to the current youth or the aspiring students of your colleges?
So we exhort independent of the branch of study. Everybody is expected to develop competency in coding, that is translation of problem to logic. IT sector, whether it is American behemoth, monopolies like Microsoft, Apple, IBM, all these IT companies are developing software tools, hardware tools for all the sector, whether it is chemical sector or infrastructure sector, civil sector, construction sector or manufacturing. The biggest consumer of IT products and processes are manufacturing. So the manufacturing students are also expected to develop basic footprints of this technology. The possibility is communication, the possibility is digital movement, digitization. So when they come out, they should be with the decent competency in this all area. we ask them to remain focused for achieving the set target. Don't get distracted by various means and available platform. And we also, exhorting them to leverage online resources, books, very cheap books are available, MOOC courses are available, massive online open source resources. They can develop a lot of competency in emerging areas, recent areas. Even NBTL, IIT monitored, supervised NBTL also going to contribute. So the bottom line is, whoever remain focused for 4 years, they are going to get a fortune when they come out of. Even some of our students got 37, 39 lakhs immediately after 4 years of course. So whoever remain focused, and moreover, it's not only about physical, material competency. It is also about the emotional quotient, the emotional integrity. So if you develop, you can cultivate these virtues. If you are conscious about this, if you are aware of this, over a period of 4 years, here we preach for developing, helping them to develop emotional maturity. If that happens, the sky is the limit for a candidate with intellectual integrity, emotional integrity, a little spiritual understanding. The sky is the limit in corporate world or any area of interest.
Okay. So I'd like to thank you once again for giving us this opportunity to conduct your interview.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot.